was the first player out here 2 hours before tip to get ready. I think she's ready to go.
Home whites for the Bears. Road Cardinal for the Cardinal. And the first possession for Cal is a turnover. Those will be significant for both sides. Ball security, a big deal this afternoon. As you check out the lineup for the Cardinal, Talana Lapolo is out and unavailable, so Chloe Clardy, one of the front runners for 6th Player of the Year in the ACC, gets the call today. And for the Cal Bears, still no Puff Morris. She will miss her 7th straight game as the starting point guard. And so a bit of a different look for Cal. They're 2-5. They need to start stacking some wins, Debbie, if they have a shot at the postseason for the 2nd year in a row. And here is Lulu getting into the lane for 2.
Really good patience in the first possession. And one of the things that Cal has inside at 6'5" is Sakima Walker, who can be an advantage with her back to the basket play.
Lara Somfai, one of the contenders for Freshman of the Year in the league with her first basket. She had a double-double in the December showdown.
Look, there's a lot of talent on the floor for both of these teams, and having played each other once, let's look for the tweaks and changes that both these coaches, who are under the Tara Vanderveer tree, if you will, at Stanford,
yes,
will bring here in this game.
Both played for Tara. Both were assistant coaches for Tara as well. And there is Somfai, the 6'3" freshman from Australia with Hungarian roots in her family. Calling for it down low, misses the layup, and then fights for the rebound. Clardy will try from deep and knock down a triple.
Yeah, I think Chloe Clardy's a walking bucket. She has been really solid off the bench. Playing in the starting role today shouldn't affect her 6th Player of the Year opportunity.
Open look for Cal, and that's a miss from the freshman Taylor Barnes out of Grand Prairie, Texas.
Somfai has an advantage on the block. They didn't throw it in there.
She'll step away. That one won't fall. And the rebound for Sakima Walker, the transfer from South Carolina, who already has a national championship ring. Huge win today for South Carolina, knocking Vanderbilt from the unbeaten ranks in a blowout win. So now UConn, the only one remaining.
Offensive rebounding, a big story for Stanford in their last outing. They had 21 offensive rebounds, and that offensive rebound right there leads to a wide open 3 for Clardy.
They were 8 for 14 in the first matchup. That is the most efficient they have been all season from downtown. And we'd like to welcome those of you that have been watching the Patriots advance to the Super Bowl with a win over Denver. We are here at Haas Pavilion for Stanford Cal. Deep 3, Lulu, that won't go.
Lulu misses Nunu rebounds. Looking for Nunu, a guard, to get going. She should be able to have her way in this matchup. She's got the quickness advantage against Walker.
They have 3 juniors that Kate Pay told us pregame. We need those 3 every night to start being consistent, to lead us. They have a very talented freshman class, but it is those juniors who are mentoring them and showing them the way, as Kate Pay looks on now in her 2nd season, trying to get them back to the NCAA tournament, which they missed a year ago. She has been a player and an assistant for Stanford National Championships. And we've got a foul off the ball on Stanford. Mary Ashley Stevenson will check into the game now for the Card. As Miracle Shepherd brings it across.
Oh, nice little screen.
Walker using the Lulu screen, Debbie.
Yep, nice. Little on big screen right there to free up Walker.
Somfai does not have the build of a newcomer. So strong in the lane, and there's a foul along the baseline for Walker.
Watch the screen right here, a little block-to-block action. You got to be able to get off that contact right there for if you're Haley Swain and help on that until her defender can recover. Nice quick hitter by Sharman Smith.
Naya Jukwa will check in, number 7 for Cal. Okay, Sharman Smith loves the potential of this sophomore from Idaho. She had a 25-point performance in 24 minutes against Syracuse. As you see, Sharman now in her 7th season, signed a new 5-year contract. They got the sweep of Stanford for the first time in school history last year.
Stanford loves to play through the pinch or what is the elbow. This is Courtney right here. On the elbow, she traveled.
Extra step. Whistle blown by Mai Forsberg, along with Michael Price, Infinity Robinson, the officials today.
But that's the spot on the floor I'm talking about for Courtney Ogden. When she catches it there, that is going to be trouble. You've got to affect the quality of her catch and push her up the lane away from the elbow.
Oh, nice find from Ojukwu to Taylor Barnes, one of the top freshmen in the ACC this year. She had 16 against the Card in the first meeting as we approach the midway point of this first quarter. Somfai, she's got the range out there, long.
She's looking to be aggressive early in the game, too. I think they had her on a post-up.
Shepard with the nice push in the 5, and Ojukwu blew the layup. Swain, the freshman, attacks and scores.
Really nice job by Lulu Twidale also to get out of the way so she didn't pick up an early foul. Remember, she had some foul trouble in the first matchup with these two teams.
7-6 Stanford, the early advantage.
Nice dive running series. And you know what, Beth, for Stanford, they've had problems keeping the ball out of the paint. Cal scored all their points in the paint, and in transition, they have had opportunities to take advantage of mismatches because they're advancing the ball so quickly. They got to continue to look for those opportunities.
There's another one of the freshmen, Alex Eschmeyer from Boulder, Colorado, hitting the triple. Second one of the first quarter for Stanford. And there's going to be a foul on Eschmeyer, and that will get Ojukwu to the line for some free throws, where she's a 67% shooter. Debbie, her minutes up, her production up.
Well, she had a lot to do with Stanford winning at North Carolina on the road in overtime. Kate Pay went to her late, and she delivered. And she's learning. Eschmeyer is how to play in the post at this level for Coach Pay.
Ojukwu gets them both. And Nunu Aguera will check back in.
Well, your plus-minus if you're Eschmeyer is +1, right? You get a 3 and you get a -2 on the other end.
Clardy rattles one in. And Chloe making the most of the start here early on. She had 3 threes in the first matchup and already a couple here today. Twidale trying to drop it off for Ojukwu, and she'll head back to the line.
Sharman Smith has found something that works, and that is getting to the paint against the Stanford defense. Right here, this is just a nice job by Clardy in the slot to knock down the triple.
First foul on Somfai, so Ojukwu back to the line. Last 2 years, they are 25-2 in this building, including a win a year ago against Stanford.
This is my first time here, and I love it. I mean, it's a steep, the seats are steep, so it feels like the fans are on top of you. It's loud, and the band is fantastic.
And when you got Pete Newell's name on the floor, you know there's tradition here.
Yes. Pete Newell. 1959 NCAA championship on the men's side.
Oh, Swain able to slice through 2 defenders, but then it got knocked out of bounds off of her knee. Number 8 rated recruit in the country, and Somfai, number 12. This is a dynamite rookie class. In fact, ESPN ranked him 3rd best coming in. Twidale coming off the screen. They don't get it to her. Instead, it's Claudia Langarita returning to the lineup after missing 10 games. Clardy was on the baseline when she caught it. Twidale stepping behind the line. Long rebound to Clardy. She'll drop it off for Shea Ijiwoye, the sophomore from Phoenix, who's checked in. Clardy using the screen and hits the mid-range.
I mean, Clardy is their most consistent scorer all season. Nunu averages more points, but Chloe has been the most consistent, I think.
She's got 8
yeah,
here in the first quarter.
She's so effective. Like, she doesn't force anything. She plays with a level head. I think she's very unselfish.
Might be the 6th player of the year in the league. She averages 29 minutes a game. That's the most in the country off the bench, but she's getting the start today with Talana Lapolo unavailable.
So, the first 4 minutes of the game was up and down, both teams playing quickly. Now it's settled into a possession-for-possession game. Stanford's doing a much better job of guarding the ball, except for they're allowing Cal to get into the paint.
And that's going to be an offensive foul on Ojukwu as Agara hits the deck.
Agara does a good job right there of staying vertical.
I think the officials may look at this. There might have been elbow contact to the head. Oh, left elbow to the jaw.
So this is a tough one, right? Because her elbows and her forearms are perpendicular to the ground. So it's not an elbow throw. Her 2 hands are on the ball, and she's swimming over the top.
Yep.
It's a basketball move. I always have trouble with this one, how you adjudicate this, because it's not intentional, not intent is in the rule, but she didn't swing an elbow. It just so happens that because we don't have the cylinder rule and that there's close contact under there, that her hands, if you watch, that's a basketball play, is a swim over the top. So watch, she pivots right here, and she's swimming over the top away from the double team. I just think it's unfortunate. I don't think it's an upgrade.
Officials debating, and now Mai ready to make the call.
After review, the contact is being upgraded to a flagrant 1 for unnecessary contact to the face. Players choose that anyone for Stanford shooting 2 free throws and retaining possession of the ball and midcourt.
All right, so
I know the officials are they're adjudicating the rule probably the way it is written. I'm sure it's the way it's written, but I don't like it.
So Ojukwu may have been cut as well. They've already, Stanford has tended to Agara, and actually are they, looks looks like Chloe Clardy will be the one here to shoot free throws. They're still working on Aguera behind the bench over in the VOM.
I keep waiting for you to get on the rules committee so you can send all of these thoughts to the rules committee, Beth.
I'm sure they're listening.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are.
Clardy gets both free throws, and now possession for Stanford at midcourt. And it's the second foul, by the way, on Ojukwu. As Aguera still tries to work her way back into getting back out on the court. That's going to be a foul on Miracle Shepherd.
I will say this, the officials are early on in the game calling freedom of movement calls. Speed, rhythm, balance, quickness.
It's going to be a foul on Somfai setting the screen. That's her second.
I love the play call, though, by Kate Pay. You're running your 6'5" freshman, who's, prior to that, coming off that screening action, is in the corner with her hands ready to catch and shoot. 6'5". That's where our game is, Beth. Players with size, being able to face up and make decisions with the basketball.
So in the first matchup, Lulu was in foul trouble for Cal, and now second matchup today, it's Somfai in early foul trouble for Stanford. Oh, Walker with a pretty spin, in and out.
And she did everything right on that, but finish it. Good footwork inside by 6'5" Walker.
1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Ogden double dribbled. She's had a couple of turnovers here in the early going.
Cal needs a bucket right here. 0 for the last 4. Almost 3 minutes without scoring.
Walker lost the handle. Stanford's got it.
You go for 2 for 1 if you go quickly.
Yeah. That opportunity passes. Swain will take it and knock it down. 10-point advantage for Stanford. They're shooting 50%. Cal just 3 of 10 to open up the game. Shot clock is off. Maul misses, and a chance for the Card to get another one. You gotta hustle. And they're not gonna get it. 19-9. Cardinal in control early as Cal goes scoreless for nearly 4. And meanwhile, on the defensive end, they hold the Bears to just 3 baskets. Cal shooting just 27%. They'll look to heat that up here in the second, as Stanford goes for the season sweep. Charlie Brackets came out with an update this morning for us. Says Stanford would be an 8 seed right now.
Good job by Sharman Smith, the head coach of Cal, to get her team to turn the corner, put their head down, and drive it to the paint. You know Stanford has trouble handling dribble penetration. Be aggressive, get to the line when you're struggling to score. Find ways that you can rev up your engine a little bit.
Aguera trying to muscle her way down low, and she does.
That's what Aguera should be doing. She should be aggressive as well. Catch at the pinch, look to score. Catch on the block, do not pass it.
She's had a double-double in 2 of her last 3 games. 5 on the season. Shepherd, weak side, Trey. All right, so Cal comes out of the huddle and hits on their first 2 shots.
Here's Aguera in the elbow area. That's what I'm talking about. Swipe it and drive it. Rip it.
Ogden, nice hezzy, and the finish.
Game's picking up. Both teams back-to-back baskets.
Shepherd looking for more. 3 for 3 to start the quarter. See if Stanford can match him and go 3 for 3. Aguera, tough shot, but finishes with the left.
I think she could do that every time down the floor.
Twidale, they're going to have to call a foul on that one for the takedown. All right, so both sides heating up.
Turn the corner, get to the paint, play on balance. Good finish. Right after she hits the triple, and then Aguera, good footwork inside. Nice finish with a little contact.
Teams are a combined 6 for 6 this quarter, and Miracle Shepherd has all 7 of Cal's points.
3 baskets in the first quarter, 3 baskets in the first 2 minutes for Cal. They're making sure they got the foul right.
Haley Swain's first.
Oh, nice.
Nice cut. Lulu from Lagarita.
Well done. Really nice setup.
Aguera will try again. That's the first miss of the quarter, and she did not attack the rim that time.
This is a scouter report bucket right here. Watch Lulu with a backdoor cut. She takes E.G. Woye up the lane and then back cuts her. Nice delivery over the top.
Junior from Australia. Clardy. And Chloe with her first miss of the game. They'll try and clean it up with the offensive rebound. No. Another possession. Clardy wide open.
Is she 3 for 3 in the slot? She made 3 triples from the same spot on the floor.
3 of 4 from downtown, and she's already got 13. Back up to a double-digit lead. Lulu drives and spins. And a whistle and a foul. To the Play for K week coming up in early February. Got a doubleheader on ACC Network with those matchups right there, and also a primetime ESPN showdown on February 2nd. North Carolina will visit North Carolina State.
That'll be a big one, and it is a wonderful celebration of Kay Yao's legacy and vision to affect those that are dealing with cancer.
Shea with the drive, drops it off for Eschmeyer. Knocked out of bounds, and it will go the other way.
Eschmeyer, a part of that really good recruiting class, number 3 in the country that you mentioned, Beth. She's got incredible upside. She's going to get stronger, and she's going to learn how to play in the physicality of what is D1 women's basketball, like this right here. Like, just stay vertical and affect the shot because of your length. She's 6'5" inside.
Nunu almost got away from her. Hands it off to Clardy, then sets the screen forward. Short, long, rebound. Cal with numbers. Lulu, coast to coast.
Playing without Lopolo not having your natural point guard for Stanford.
Not available today. Nunu, and a foul.
The long rebound allows Cal to get out on the break. 3-on-2.
So now Guerra for a couple of free throws. Last year battled through injuries, only played 11 games. A high school All-American from Minneapolis and Hopkins High School, which may be familiar to Paige Becker's fans. Nunu's got 6.
Oh, this quarter, right? I mean, she's been aggressive.
Yep. On the drive, a foul, and Miracle Shepherd, who's having a big second quarter as well, will have a couple of undefended shots from 15 feet away. She's 3 for 3, 7 points all in this quarter.
Yeah, Cal is a downhill driving team. They are built to play with speed and built to play downhill. Turn the corner, get to the paint, make a play. It sets up a lot of their three-point shooting, but today they've been finishing in the paint.
She's added more responsibility with Puff Morris still out, missing today for the 7th game in a row. So Miracle, a lot more of the ball handling and the offensive initiation on her plate. And look at her down on the deck to tie it up and get him the ball back.
Great hustle right there by #1 in white. Confusion by Stanford. There were 2 Cardinal jerseys there to rebound.
Ijiwoye gets the steal on the inbound, and here come the Card. Clardy dropping it off for Nunu. Push that 3.
Probably not the best option in transition for Stanford.
It's only 26% from downtown.
That's not having Lopolo on the floor. She probably wouldn't have pitched that back. That's where you want Nunu to put it on the floor. One dribble move from the three-point line.
Barnes going to work. Around and out. Walker was trying to bat that one to Lulu, but Lulu moved in the other direction. Under 5 to go.
Kate Pay is always positive about her team. If she sees a bigger vision for where this group can go, I think they have an upside. And look at this play right here off the timeout. They go into their dribble weave, and they get Ogden turning the corner for an easy one.
Cal has had the advantage in the paint. Stanford 4 triples so far in this first half. And Chloe Clardy leading all scorers with 13. Walker with the offensive rebound. And they're going to get a foul on the floor. And that's going to be on Ogden, her first.
That's just the first team foul of the quarter.
Twidale, she walked.
Eschmeyer getting extended minutes here in the first quarter, first half.
Because Somfai has only played 8 minutes with foul trouble. She and Swain are both out right now with 2. And this is going to be an offensive foul, and Ogden just pick up her second.
They're going to have to take a look at it. Well, they went to Horns, and she was trying to invert on the weak side to a post-up position. And Michael Price, the official, was right there on the baseline watching.
On-court ruling, it's an offensive foul on Stanford number 40. The player's under review for a possible upgrade.
upper left corner of your screen.
Oh, she does the
Okay, there's the swim move.
swim through with the
Okay,
left
so
arm.
first of all, okay, there should have been a foul on the freedom of movement on the going to the post. Okay, you can't disrupt the speed, balance, rhythm of a player. So the swim move comes through, and it's exactly the same kind of call as what we experienced earlier in the half.
After review, the illegal contact by Stanford number 40 is being upgraded to flagrant foul 1 for necessary contact. Play resumes with capturing 2 free throws and retaining possession at midcourt with 30 on the shot clock.
So because we have a veteran official in Mai Forsberg, when she comes over in the break, I ask her about the previous one, and she says, you know, you got to have space, and it looks like she compromised the space, so they're going to upgrade it when there's contact above the shoulders. It used to be an automatic, but it's not an automatic all the time, but both of those get upgraded.
So both sides have a flagrant foul, and both sides hit the 2 free throws. And Cal will get possession as well here at midcourt. Been down by as many as 10 here in the first half.
That's an illegal screen. That's on Shepard, trying to set the up screen for the back dive to the bucket.
So now Miracle has 2 fouls.
It's not like the ball's moving as freely, right? I mean, usually the spacing is better for both teams, especially Stanford.
Clardy pulls up at the elbow, short-armed it.
Giselle Mall has yet to get going, number 21 in white. Now we got another offensive foul.
That's the second on Sakima Walker.
Let's watch Walker 35 right here.
Oh,
Ooh, no.
nope. That should not have been one on her.
Sharman Smith is being patient over there, I think. She's already had a couple of conversations.
There was some faking involved.
Yes.
Clardy, her skip pass hit the bottom of the rim. Donez, Mall, got it for 3.
I just said she hadn't got going yet. She's going to have something to say about this game. Transfer from Texas and a really good three-point shooter coming off a big game against BC.
Former high school player of the year in Texas. Shea will try from way outside. And that's not her shot either. Cal will let her go from out there all day.
Giselle Mall, terrific decision maker, a 2-to-1 assist-turnover ratio with really good range. And she's a big, strong, powerful guard. She also could initiate on the top of the floor if they needed her to.
And then a foul on the rebound on Eschmeyer. So she is the 4th different Cardinal with 2 fouls here in the first half. Taylor Barnes at the stripe. It's a top 25 recruiting class for Sharman Smith this year.
Sharman Smith coming off the best season they had at Cal last year, 25 wins. They returned to the NCAA tournament.
Their best season since the 2013 Final Four club. Ijiwoye gets back to her feet. Stevenson, and she's fouled. It's going to be on Lola Donez.
When you have so many new players and freshmen and transfers. I wonder if they get the rivalry, the history of how good this rivalry has been. This is going to be a good finish. These two teams have battled, especially with Sharman Smith's improvement of the Cal program over time.
I would think since both coaches played in this rivalry that would be passed along. You know, Kate Pate told us one of the things with the big freshman class is they each have a mentor who's a junior or senior that they can talk to about anything, basketball, off the court stuff, whatever. It's been a dominant run through the years, of course, for the Card, with Tara Vanderveer here for 38 years and winners of 3 national championships. They had been to the tournament 36 years in a row and are itching to get back. Meanwhile, Gisela Maul to the line, and they can chip away at the deficit even more.
Well, they have done a really good job of getting to the line. 10 for 13 from the free throw line, and they have already put Stanford in the bonus. So, I mean, Stanford has put Cal in the bonus. So this is a good opportunity when you're struggling to score and things are slowing down to get to the line. That's the challenge for Stanford, is keeping you out of the paint.
Yeah. Well, Cal's not going to shy away from a double-digit deficit after they watched their men rally from 16 down to win at Stanford last night. They're trying to do the same here today. Ijiwoye down on the deck, ripped away by Barnes. Ball still loose. Cal's got it. Maul unattended. Couldn't bring the house down. Swain. 3-minute drought for Stanford, and there's a pick for Donez. On the run, Lulu. 2-point game. Under 2 to go in the half.
Shot selection has been an issue for Stanford. They got to have the right people taking shots. They're 1 for their last 7 from the floor.
Swain gets into the paint, hard off the back iron. Cal can tie or take the lead for the first time since they were up 2-zip.
Donez handling the point. Sharman Smith all the way on the court, almost at half court.
Trying to help them initiate the offense. Barnes spins around and out. Second chance up and in. Tie game. Corner 3 again. Ijiwoye, who's just a 14% shooter.
They don't respect her ability outside the arc, so her defender is sitting on the post up and help. This is a great take right here off the bounce, staying with it by Taylor Barnes, the 6-foot freshman, to tie the game.
All right, so now Cal, with the shot clock off, can hold for 1 shot to take the lead. Trailed by 10 moments ago.
Ijiwoye's got to take a dribble in, enter her range, and look to score from there or move the ball.
Going to flatten it out here for Shepard.
Surprised Kate Pate doesn't throw zone right at him.
Shepard, Agaris switches onto her, picks up her dribble. Twidale, good if it goes. And we are all square through the first 20 minutes. Tied at 34 as Cal finishes on a 60.
This basketball game.
And there you see the numbers Clardy, all 13 in the first half for her. Shepard, all 8 of those in that second quarter.
Stanford goes to Iverson, cut over the top. This is a set we did not see in the first half.
Cardinal win, they sweep the season series. Cal wins, they split it.
Somfai gets a good look from 3. She only played 8.5 minutes in the first half with those fouls.
Walker, good passer out of the post. On the drive, the scoop up and in for Taylor Barnes.
The whole game plan is keep them out of the paint off the bounce. And Cal has done a terrific job of taking advantage of matchups. They know they can get off the bounce on certain matchups to the paint.
20 points in the paint, doubling up Stanford so far. And a foul on Lulu Twidale. Haley Swain, an 81% free throw shooter. This freshman class responsible for nearly 40% of their scoring this season.
It's a talented group, and when you get to February, you're not a freshman anymore, not with the amount of minutes that this group has played for Kate Pay.
Well, they need the other freshmen to stay out of foul trouble. Somfai only played 8 minutes with 2 fouls in that first half. And there's a foul on Clardy on the drive.
I know Coach Pay does not like to play a lot of zone, but they might have to change their ball screen coverage a little bit, or just do a better job of guarding the ball. Like, give a cushion and make Stanford, or make Cal hit some shots outside the paint.
That's now the 3rd foul on Clardy. Shepard short on the front. One or two. Cal, their first lead since they were up 2-0. Aguera. Walker made it tough on her.
Good defense by Walker. She's got the length. Aguera's got the quickness.
Shepard. Walker spins to the right, and they're going to call her for an offensive foul, and that is her 3rd personal.
Walker's just has the go-to move right here. Just go over your left shoulder, a little half hook.
Walker will depart. Ojukwu will come on, so they get a little bit smaller with this lineup. That means Somfai has the size advantage if Stanford chooses to go to her in the lane. Here she is. The kick out, Ogden. Long rebound to Stanford. Oh, Big Girl's got the positioning. Shot clock winding down, step back 3.
Big rainbow, Swain had it. Good hustle by Cal and Ojukwu to come up with that loose ball.
And Swain with a reach-in foul way out top, and that's her 3rd. That one was not a smart one, way out front.
You know, this is not a clean basketball game, right?
So
that advantage will go to Cal because they are more aggressive off the bounce.
That's going to be on Aguera, trying to hold her position down low, her 2nd. And here comes another whistle. That's on Eschmeyer. And is that, let's see, that already the 4th team foul on Stanford?
Yes.
2.5 minutes into the quarter.
It's one of the things we talked about is free throws, right? It's an advantage for Cal. Twidale rejects the screen. Good fill behind by Shepard.
And then she walks.
I like this dribble weave action that they run because each catch gets them a little bit inside the three-point line into the paint. So Eschmeyer, there's a good move right there, except for you got to make a better decision. But they're not going to guard you, so you got to close the cushion off the bounce.
Twidale, whip pass to the corner. Barnes, 3, got it.
What a great look.
Agara down on the block.
She gets to that left hand in front of the rim. You got to finish that.
Maul attacks the smaller defender and scores. Ogden lost it. And Stanford's out of sorts right now. Kate Pay wants a timeout.
It's a good timeout by Kate Pay to get her group organized. And look at this pass. Wrap around to the corner. Big. Lulu's not a player that's made one yet, and she's their best three-point shooter.
8-2 run out of the locker room here for Cal. Stanford ice cold right now without a basket in the last 9 minutes. They've hit just 2 of their last 19 shots. And Cal now up a couple of buckets. Shepard kicks it back out. And then back into the paint. Ojukwu can't knock it down. Eschmeyer. That won't go. Last touched by the card.
A good look. We haven't seen Eschmeyer in the pinch. We've seen Nunu and Somfai and Courtney Ogden there. Little adjustment by Coach Pay and her team, her staff. Call for the ball screen, late clock.
Twidale. Barnes back inside Ojukwu.
That is a great pass by Barnes. Only where Ojukwu could catch it. There, quick strike in transition by Stanford. Eschmeyer running ahead of the basketball.
Good counter by the card. Let's see if that gets them going a little bit. Ended a 10-2 Cal run.
I mean, Ogden goes under that ball screen. That's the way you want to guard it. You want to make Cal pull up and shoot a jumper. You don't want to let them get to the free throw line off their penetration.
Eschmeyer almost got the and one.
Four and a half to go here in the third quarter, and the Cal Bears got it rolling right here after we're
38 lead.
I've been impressed with Cal out of the locker room at halftime. They've been dialed in, and I think Eschmeyer right here going to the line for Stanford has been fantastic. I think Kate Pay's starting to dump the playbook on her a little bit.
It's a 10-4 run here to open up the second half for Stanford, or for Cal. Eschmeyer gets the second. She now has 6 off the bench for the card. It's been a quiet night for Ogden, Agara, Clardy. All her scoring in the first half Maul drains a three.
I'm telling you, that kid can play. And the transfer from Texas, a couple of triples in the game already, coming off a big game against BC, where she had 17.
She's got to be in consideration for the most improved player in the conference.
Watch this skip over the top right here. That's Nunu Aguera, who's got to come with a little bit of a longer closeout. But here's the problem, Beth. Stanford has not been able to contain dribble penetration, so you come with a shorter closeout and you force them to hit threes. You got to pick and choose right now. I'd make them keep trying to hit threes.
Eschmeyer back out top to Clardy, 10 on the shot clock. They throw a double at Clardy. Ogden got a hustle, they don't get it off.
And this is, again, Lopolo, not on the floor, your natural point guard. Kate Pay was a point guard. You're missing your starting point guard who's not available today, who's not with the team right now, who's out.
They are searching for answers. Twidale, oh, that pass gets deflected. Telegraphed it, and here comes Somfai.
Look at her handling the open floor. Yes, big
Laying
girl.
it up and in, the 6'3" freshman.
I mean, low to the ground and explosive to the rim.
Limited with foul trouble in the first half.
That was no rumbling, stumbling. That was clearly handling.
Shepard. Nobody in to rebound for Cal. Somfai to Clardy. Clardy the change of direction. That won't drop. Eschmeyer, good on the glass.
Alex Eschmeyer looking good. I've seen her play well a couple of times live. What an incredible upside for that freshman. Good foot speed up the floor in a straight line. Has a little USA basketball experience as well.
High school All-American. Dad Evan played in the NBA. And it is Stanford right now on the move. Timeout, Cal.
We love a good rumbling, stumbling post, but this is Lara Somfai to the hoop. Beautifully done by the 6'5" freshman. 6'3" make it. 6'5" on that bucket.
Lob over the top to Walker, and that's going to be a foul on Eschmeyer.
Does it feel like a lot of whistles in this game?
This third quarter has definitely picked up in that department, whistle-wise. Walker, a 61% shooter at the stripe. We got a men's basketball quadruple header coming your way Saturday right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Pick Clemson at noon, North Carolina at Georgia Tech to get your next Saturday started. Good takeaway for Cal.
Good trap.
Oh, Walker's burying the defender. They get her the ball, and she finishes.
That's a fifth-year player going against a rookie.
Good use of the timeout from Cal, and Sharman Smith is back up to a 7-point lead. Somfai, corner three. Fifth of the ball game for Stanford, their first of this third quarter. Twidale kicks it back out to Barnes.
Look how important Somfai is on the floor to Stanford. She rebounds, she runs, she can shoot threes, can handle. Three freshmen on the floor for Stanford.
Yeah, they're having an impact. O'Gara. Again. Shot clock winding down, and off the bounce, another one of the rookies. That's Swain down the lane.
If you go quick, 2 for 1.
Walker fouled by Eschmeyer, and that is her 4th.
Put your whole skill set on display. Somfai in the deep corner. That looks nice coming off those fingertips. And then shot clock down, and down the middle is Swain. A couple of good-looking freshmen right there.
Walker gets the first. And the second substitution here will get the other freshman, Eschmeyer, out with 4 fouls. Ogden returns. After scoring a career-high 25 in the first matchup in December, Courtney just 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting so far tonight.
They like to post up Ogden. Here she goes, trying to post up right here.
Lob over the top, and that wasn't a very good pass, and they lose it out of bounds. Shot clock is off now for Cal to take the last one.
I mean, that's their tendency. When they go to horns, they go away from her side, and they let her post up.
Cal will have the lead going into the 4th quarter, but by how much? Lulu, triple. Second chance, no. And they do not get a shot off in time. 52-48. Just like in the first meeting, Cal will take the lead into the 4th. Who will win the final stanza this time around? December, and they did it, Debbie, with a huge 4th quarter after they trailed through 3. It's a similar scenario today.
Execution, defensive discipline, very little game slippage, smart IQ, scout report defense is what's going to be required here.
And what did Cal learn from that first meeting to try and close it out this time? Walker from the short corner. O'Gara trying to attack, denied.
Chloe Clardy
Ogden off the bounce.
Clardy did not score in the 3rd quarter after 13 first-half points.
Stanford won the 1st quarter. Cal has won the 2nd and 3rd.
I think Chloe Clardy, she only took 1 shot in the 3rd quarter.
They've been relying on the freshmen a lot today. Oh, goodness, if that's on Walker, is that going to be her 4th?
Guerra's down.
Nunu is in some distress there. The trainer is headed out, the athletic trainer. We will take a timeout and be back momentarily.
Foul on count number 35. The pace of review for a possible upgrade. This also takes us to the media timeout.
Guerra, they took her right back to the locker room area after that collision, and the foul called on Walker was not upgraded. Just underway, a minute into this fourth quarter. Be interesting to see who Stanford turns to here. Initially, it's the freshman Eschmeyer, and cannot get a good shot up.
I'd like to see Stanford get Clardy back involved.
Yeah. Shepard. And the kick out. That's been the game plan for Cal. Beat him off the bounce, get the layup, or kick it back. Somfai. She spins, goes to the right hand. That won't go. And a held ball will stay here. Now, Clardy and Ogden have not scored in the second half. And on these first two possessions, it's been a go to the big freshman.
Yeah, they've gone inside.
Yeah.
They've got size advantage, and they've got a matchup advantage with Eschmeyer.
Clardy can't shake free from a defender. Chloe, the distance, in and out. Rebounds her own miss, no. Third chance, blocked, and they've still got it. And now taken away by Cal. 2-on-1. Shepard misses the layup. Kept alive by Barnes. Wild back and forth there. Twidale, 3.
0 for 6 from three-point land for Twidale, who's their best three-point shooter.
Somfai, and a foul will get Lara to the line.
Again, playing through the freshman post players.
Second foul on Langarita. Stanford 9 of 10 from the line.
Neither team gets anything in transition. Everything has been in the quarter court here, particularly in the second half. Stanford went to their dribble drive early, and they were able to score. And Cal has been consistent off the bounce, attacking closeouts all game.
First trip to the line for Lara, now with 8 points, 8 rebounds. Now Ojukwu will be able to check in.
Good switch by Stanford. Keep the pressure on the ball, keep it out of the paint.
Working it into the lane. High arcing shot is good from Ojukwu.
Ojukwu does a good job of burying a taller defender in the rim.
She's got post up. She's got 7. Somfai and Eschmeyer, 2-woman game, and she's fouled.
Go to a little high-low game, Stanford does. Look at how deep position that is. Eschmeyer is buried in the rim.
Third foul here on Shepard, so Eschmeyer, who's 1 for 2, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Left-hander hits it.
Both teams just settled on the rhythm of the game. Neither one has done much to change it. You know, there's no fast break points. There's no, not a lot of scoring off your defense. You just you know, there's no easy transition buckets. You got to continue to just chip away right here and see if you can take advantage in the paint.
Back into the paint for Ojukwu, and then the kick out, and the step back to get the feet right for Barnes.
Barnes, we've been talking about the Stanford freshman. We might be talking a little bit more about the 6-foot freshman Barnes. She's got 14.
Leads all scorers now. Eschmeyer, and the youngsters are working here in the fourth quarter at both ends. Maul wants a screen. Ogden is able to get over the top of it. 5 on the shot clock. Ojukwu. Eschmeyer got a piece of it. And is that a shot clock violation? Yes, it is.
You can just sense this building, which has a really good crowd, is just waiting for something.
Yep.
Sharman Smith questioning that shot clock, and Michael Price is confirming it was a shot clock violation.
Swain.
Really
Tough shot.
Good D.
Missed the second, and Walker secures it.
Really good D. Getting over the top, getting skinny over that ball screen, and not allowing an easy look in the paint.
Maul, oh, that's a tough pass. Walker able to get there, rejected by Eschmeyer. Ogden will push. Ogden to Clardy. Off the mark. Ogden weak side rebound. Clardy, quick pass inside, and the layup is good for Somfai. One possession game, under 5 to go here at Haas. Off the bounce, Twidale tries to wrap pass, turns it over.
Stanford, when they move the ball and space the floor, watch this right here. Good timing, good use of the screen. Somfai finishing at the rim for Kate Pay. Bye in the ACC tournament as well. And for Cal, it's not too late to make a run in the league. I mean, we haven't gotten to February yet.
Clardy, high off the window for 2.
Really good execution. Now Stanford's starting to click a little bit here in the fourth quarter with their offense.
Her first basket of the second half makes it a 1-point game with 4 minutes to go. Shepard tries to go backdoor, and the pass is picked off. Eschmeyer, the big girl, running point.
She read that backdoor cut the whole way. Really good. Scouter report, defensive steal.
Shot clock down to 5. Ogden picks it up. Hard off the back iron, and it's Cal ball. And the anxiety level inside the pavilion ratchets up as we approach the 3-minute mark in this rivalry showdown.
Good switch right there by Maul. Ogden trying to front the post.
Twidale blocked again by Eschmeyer. Making plays at both ends. Here's another one of the freshmen. Swain, no. Eschmeyer, rebound, stick back is good. And Stanford is back in front.
Alex Eschmeyer hasn't had anything easy tonight, but she has battled on the boards and has done a nice job on the block.
There you go.
She's got 14.
Stayed vertical on that. Crunch time, winning time.
Blocked by Walker.
I do not know how Alex Eschmeyer came up with this rebound in traffic. Swain in transition, a wild shot, and Eschmeyer.
For Cal, and she's helping them to the 1-point lead with 2:15 to go. Stanford to inbound. Clardy probing. Forced up a shot. And I think they're going to get Somfai going over the top. That's her third. 33 points for Somfai, Eschmeyer, and Swain tonight, the Stanford freshman. And now how does Cal respond? Their rookie, Taylor Barnes, has been having a big night. They go to Walker inside, and this time it's the veteran at the other end to score.
Well, what a matchup we've watched between these two. Going right at Eschmeyer with those 4 fouls.
Under 2 minutes. Swain wants an Eschmeyer screen. She'll get it. Weaving to the bucket, and Walker with another swat.
Sakima Walker, the 5th-year player, the transfer from South Carolina, has already got a title, so she knows what it feels like. Scoring with 2 feet in the paint, and then defending on the other end.
Sakima now 11 points, a couple of blocks. Ogden picked up the dribble. Shot clock winding down. They don't see it yet. Somfai, and did she get the shot off? She did not. A shot clock violation.
Back-to-back huge plays at the rim by Cal. Maul this time with a block.
Shepard. Lulu back out top. Ogden able to get around Walker, and then the outlet pass to Swain. Goes to the right hand, in and out. Clardy on the deck. And Stanford, I think, is going to get a timeout.
They got it.
They will have 1 left. Cal with 2 and the arrow.
What a game. Twidale does an excellent job getting back in transition to be able to create this scrum on the floor. That should have been a left-handed layup for Swain.
So Stanford with the ball, they're down 1. Card with 3 fouls to give.
Possession arrow belongs to Cal. Okay, Beth, so you got the timeout. You got 19 on the clock. You've got time to attack the paint. And Eschmeyer and Somfai have been really good in a post-up or making a move from the pinch. But I also like Chloe Clardy off the bounce. And I trust her to make free throws should she get fouled. If you're Cal, you are not fouling. You are making sure you contest and you turn and rebound. Now, if Stanford does not score, I still think they might have time to play it out if they can score quickly off the out-of-bounds play.
Stanford does not have Lulu Twidale. She left early in this 4th quarter with an injury.
If they don't score, they got to be aware of time and score, okay? Because they do have 1 timeout remaining. Cal has 2.
Somfai to inbound. Eschmeyer. And now Clardy. Big decision for her to make here. Somfai, Eschmeyer, the two freshmen on the same side of the floor.
She wants to get to that left hand.
Goes to the right and scores over Walker for the lead with 34 seconds to go. Cal calls a timeout, and they can advance.
Those freshmen have been fantastic. Eschmeyer and Somfai. Somfai with a pass inside. Eschmeyer gets to the midline, uses her footwork to step around and create separation. Her footwork creates the separation from Walker so she can get the...
With the dribble drive, and they have the size of Walker if they want to go to Sakima.
It's either got to be a penetrating pass to Walker or something off the bounce to the rim. Would not settle for a jumper here.
Twidale, they will go for three, and she'll hit it! Wow. Cal back in front by a couple.
She hasn't made one all game. She was 0 for 6 before that.
One of the best shooters in school history, clutch.
0 for 6, and your head coach dials up your number. What a big three to give Cal the 2-point lead.
How about that from Charmin Smith? So now Stanford uses its final timeout to advance, needing a 2 to tie.
That is clutch. There's no way I would have settled for that play. That is amazing that Charmin Smith, you work on situations every day in practice so that you're prepared for these moments.
Well, the confidence in her shooter is coming off a 36-point performance against Boston College with 8 triples. And those shooters, they don't remember the last one. The next one's the only one that matters. And it's a 2-point Cal lead.
So Kate Pay puts Mary Ashley Stevenson in the game. I think she's going to be the passer. She's a pretty good decision maker.
Looking for their biggest win of the season are the Bears.
Going to the basket, Beth, for a chance to offensive rebound. And remember, fouls to give. If you don't score, you got a foul.
Ogden off the bounce, around and out it rolls off the rim. It's a held ball and it goes to Cal. And now the fouls to give become an issue with 20 seconds left. And they're gonna have to if they don't get the quick steal.
I thought that was a great play. They got the ball where they wanted in the pinch. Ogden turned the corner, had a great look. Good D by Cal. Good hustle for the loose basketball off the rim. You got to foul 3 times.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Cal, you want to spread the floor. Did Charmin Smith call timeout to advance the ball? I think she did.
Yeah, because Cal has no timeouts left either.
So now here's where I am entering the basketball into the scoring area every time if I can. Just because I think it puts more pressure on the defense, deciding whether you're going to foul or not when you catch it in the paint. Yeah. You're thinking foul, but Stanford's got to foul.
Do the card counter with the 6'5" Eschmeyer on the inbounder to try and make that more difficult.
If you throw the ball away from the basket towards the mid-court stripe, you also give Stanford a chance to get a deflection.
Yes.
Now, I'm not just trying to foul either. I'm trying to go for the ball here or get a quick trap.
They will put the 6'1" Ogden on the inbounder. And if Stanford can get a tie-up, it's their ball. Got to get it in, no timeouts, and Barnes is quickly fouled.
And the arrow switched once the ball comes in bounds. That was a jump ball down there. That's what I'm talking about. Throw it in the scoring area below the free throw line, because now you get to inbound it on the baseline. See, now this changes. Now you got to really defend the ball. They could score right here on an out-of-bounds play. It's good strategy by Charmin Smith. I like inbounding it below the free throw line, so on the sideline out of bounds, so you can get the ball on the baseline.
Defense-offense substitution here. Stevenson comes on. Shepard. They do get it in. And another quick foul. That's on Ogden. They got Eschmeyer out because she can't afford to foul, and now they'll get Somfai out because she can't afford to foul either, with 4 each.
I thought for sure Stanford or Cal was going to run a play to score on that baseline out of bounds play.
So one more foul to give. And there it is. So they fouled 3 times in 4 seconds, which is pretty efficient. And now if they can't get a steal or a tie-up, then this foul would give Cal free throws. And it is Twidale, who's an 83% shooter.
Exactly. Yep. Who just hit a big 3.
And now the Cardinal will get the 2 freshmen back in with 4 fouls. Neither side with a timeout, so even off of a miss, Stanford cannot advance. 2 free throws coming. No 1-and-1 in the women's game. Lulu's 2 for 2 tonight. That's all Stanford needed. Still hope.
No timeouts to advance the ball. You got to have a play, and you got to know what you're doing right here if you're Stanford, and you still can get a quick 2, Beth. I wouldn't mind that, but I bet they go for the 3.
3-point lead. Clardy, Somfai for the tie. Got it! 7.5 to go. Cal cannot advance. They'll have to go the length of the floor.
Drive it.
Shepard off the bounce, into the lane, rejected by Eschmeyer. And it's overtime at Haas Pavilion. What a play by the freshman at both ends. One hits a 3, one blocks the game winner.
Playing to and through the freshman front line for Stanford.
She's got 14 and 9. Eschmeyer with 16 and 6. On the other side, Lulu, who hit the big 3 late, she's got 14, and the freshman Taylor Barnes with 14. And first possession belongs to Stanford. Taken away by Shepard. Looking for a shooter, finding Lulu, nails it.
It's not how many you make, Beth, it's when you make them. She's made her last 2.
After missing her first 7. Somfai, little fade.
The skill set on the bigs, I love it.
Hey, kick her ass, kick her ass.
Into Walker, lost it.
The Stanford Cardinal had dinner at Jane Appel, one of the great players in Stanford history. Dinner last night. Appel told Eschmeyer, sometimes you just got to call for the ball, be demanding. She's been demanding all second half.
Oh, lucky break there for Stanford as it goes out of bounds off of Twidale.
And Twidale, the confidence of a shooter who's put the reps in. Time after time in the gym. Started the broadcast telling you she was out here 2 hours before the game to get some shots up. She was the first Cal player on the court.
Eschmeyer gets another touch down low. Second chance, no. Walker smacks it all the way back out top, and it's to Clardy.
Clardy with only 1 basket in the second half after 13 first half points. Looking for that high-low.
Swain, 5 on the shot clock. Knocked loose by Shepard. Ogden launches, shot clock violation.
Good D by Cal. Stanford just played in a 3-overtime game on the road at Syracuse.
Lost to Syracuse.
Back-to-back OT games.
Twidale into Walker. And the veteran going to work. Swain turned away.
Stanford really getting deep into the clock.
Clardy back to Eschmeyer for 3. That won't go.
Pretty soon, Kate Pay's going to be able to run Eschmeyer off some ghost screen action or on some slips to pop because she has the range to shoot the 3. And that's hard to guard for Walker.
Lulu triple. Got it! What a finish for Lulu! 2-possession lead, under 2 minutes to go. Clardy, off the mark, stays with Stanford.
So impressed with the confidence of Lulu Twidale. What a terrific job she's done, moving without the ball, ready on the catch. Her shot prep in the last 3 field goal attempts have all been triples, has been excellent.
Boy, the Cal defense has really tightened up in this extra session, and then Ogden off the bounce.
Got to get a stop if you're Stanford. They've been going to Walker. Dribble handoff into a post-up.
Stanford does get that stop. Ogden weak side rebound. Final minute.
Both coaches are working up a lather over there.
Ogden, Eschmeyer, left hand, short. Walker was there to bother. And Cal comes out with it. Card choose not to foul.
Switching on everything.
Twidale with the layup.
That might do it. What a finish for Lulu Twidale.
Swain lays it in the other way. Shot clock is off. Timeout Bears.
After 0 for 6 from 3, Lulu Twidale has scored 11 points here in the...
And she is tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Intuit. 8 in OT, 22 on the night. And Stanford held ball, and it's Cal ball with 13 seconds to go.
What a game, Beth. What an incredible finish by Cal. In winning time, they made more plays.
And Barnes is fouled by Somfai, and that's her 5th.
Somfai hits the big 3 to put it into OT. Coach Pay taking her time on the substitution.
Barnes to the line. And the Cal faithful feeling like this is going to even the season series at 1 apiece and give them their best win of the year. And this also gives the Cal men and women the sweep of the weekend if they can finish it out.
Stanford does have a timeout to advance.
And they will use that.
Well, I think you got to have a 3 here, so you got to run. Mary Ashley Stevenson back in to pass. Clardy on the top of the floor, number 13. Keep your eye on her.
Eschmeyer, they're going to try for 2, and Walker was right there to bother Shea, and a foul. And that should do it. There's a look at what Cal has coming up. Notre Dame comes out here to play both these clubs, and then Louisville on February 1st. Cards right now sitting in a first-place tie with Duke, and winners of 12 in a row. As Twidale adds to her total, she's going to finish with 24 tonight, and was massive in the 4th quarter in OT for the Bears to pull away. And they are on their feet at Haas Pavilion. And Stanford will let the clock burn. Overtime win for California, 78-71.